Alright, can we get it to open up this time? Oh yeah, there we go. It's cooperating now. Okay. Set to impossible mode, mission 1, fucking starting it. Here we go. It's time for a cutscene. The story's so great in this game. I am half being sarcastic. It's actually not that bad of a story. Not really that great of a story either, but not bad, I guess. Probably not going to be playing the whole game in one sitting though, because there are 9 missions and they're all fairly long. The voice acting is also very quiet, so if that's hard to hear, I apologize for that. I have it set up to be as loud as I can possibly get it. Oh, hey.
Should I get a doctor? Miss? Miss? It's all right. Is there something I can do?
Yeah, she's kinda not as sexy anymore, if you ask me. Yeah, not really. Ooh, scary.
2,000 dead in the last 24 hours. Japanese forces can barely hold the containment perimeter. Tonight, Tokyo is under attack.
Pretty sure you can tell which one is me.
You've been trained for.
You don't want to guess which character is the one that I'm going to be controlling.
Exactly why the Prime Minister has called for our
It's not him. Oh, which one could it be? It's the one with the crazy outfit, the very shiny swords, or maybe the generic looking guy.
I'll see you kids on the ground.
Ken. Wait.
What is it, Master?
Here.
Is this?
Ooh,
I don't understand.
the Ninja Blade. Ah, see, yeah, that's why they named the game that.
You will.
Very clever, ah.
Yo, wake up! You're gonna miss your drop. If you don't get a move on, Kudo's not gonna leave any of those maggot bags for you to kill.
Hey guys, I'm the generic black pilot guy.
Don't worry, I got him.
Come on, impress me. Let's see what you can do with that sword.
So that little close-up on Ken's eye obviously means it's time for a QTE sequence. Oh yeah, this game has a lot of them, and honestly they aren't as like annoying as they are in a lot of other games, at least in my opinion. They're kind of fitting sometimes. Mostly it's like to finish off bosses and things like that, and you know, you can't do such badass shit like that, you know, normally while playing a game. You gotta do it so, you know, a QTA sequence is really as good as you're gonna get.
Alright, man, stay frosty. A lot of carriers down there.
Yeah, I think I found a few.
Don't let them sneak up on you.
I'll keep that in mind.
So because this is a kind of new game plus for me, I already have all the swords and all the special techniques and shit. The one that that dude just gave me is this one, the Ninja Blade. It's kind of the most powerful weapon, but or at least one of the most damaging, I think. You can really rank up damage really quick. And whenever you like drain an enemy's life force, you can kind of press the right mouse button, and you can do a little QTE event, and it finishes them off, and it looks really fancy, like this. The button combination you have to do for everyone is always random. There's also this sword, and this game was made by From Software, and if you're familiar with like Demon Souls or the Kingsfield series, this is actually the large sword of Moonlight. Yeah, it's straight from the game. It's fucking awesome. I was happy as hell whenever I saw it. And there's another set of swords, and I can show you guys once these guys get up here. Okay. There's also the twin blades like this. They're kind of an okay weapon. They're really fast. They're great for getting like hit combos up and shit, but like they don't stun enemies whenever you hit them. So that's really annoying, and ultimately I really don't use the swords, but like all of the swords have their own unique abilities, except kind of for the Ninja Blade. Like you'll see as we go along that they'll have their own unique little usages throughout the environment and things like that. Because technically we're not even supposed to have the twin blades or the Moonlight sword. We're only supposed to have the Ninja Blade, which isn't even upgraded because you can upgrade things like that. Also, every sword in the game has its own charge attack. Charge like that hit enemies. They only get this charge attack once you fully upgraded them, which I've done that on all of my weapons. There they are. They're not really, there's not really that many situations where it's a good idea to use them. And you can see since this is impossible mode, I'm taking a shit ton of damage, and enemies are actually taking more damage than they normally would, which doesn't seem like, you know, much because they're still dying in a few hits, but those are the most basic of enemies. That is obviously not the most basic of enemy.
Reading this?
It's a level 4 carrier. Be careful, man.
I'm always careful. Remember Sumatra?
Man, Sumatra was a key part of this.
This is the Pox Giant. He is very threatening, very difficult. Don't think I'll be able to get through this alive. Oh, he's dead, never mind. Pox Giant's always really easy if you just do the kind of charge attack. Because also Ken can dash around and shit, but once you beat a boss, you have to go up and press the spacebar right in front of them. If you don't do it in time, they'll regain like a certain amount of their health, and that's really bad. But it's pretty easy to you know, get to them in time before they restore their health. They give you ample amount of time to do it with pretty much every boss, except for one of the later bosses in the game, which you'll see when that happens.
What the?
Probably not going to do the whole game in one sitting. Missions do get pretty long after a while.
Get back!
It's getting away. Andy, don't lose it.
You got it. Something that big shouldn't be too hard to follow.
Up this rubble. Don't let the environment stand in your way.
So of course, because it is a ninja game, you have all kinds of things you can do, like jumping, the most basic of shit. You can dash, running around because you're a ninja.
As I taught you, strength and speed to counter the forces.
Obviously, you're going to be able to do wall runs. Gotta be a lot of Prince of Persia inspiration in this game. Except unlike Prince of Persia, at least the earlier ones are the ones that I've played. You have an unlimited amount of wall running capability. You can pretty much do it as long as you want. Also, you see I'm glowing red right now? That is due to having the Ninja Blade equipped for an extended period of time. It actually eventually will damage you. It doesn't happen with the normal blade that you're given at the start of the game. I've actually unlocked the full ninja blade, which you can do by actually just kind of progressing through the storyline. So it's a good idea to not always keep that equipped. Much better idea to just equip something else, and whenever you want to use the ninja blade, to put it on then and only then. The damage you take from actually keeping it equipped isn't too bad, but still, you know, you obviously want to avoid damage. Damage is bad in video games.
Quickly! We must go after it! Follow me, quickly!
That little ninja star type thing that Kanbei used, why can I not jump? Why are you not jumping? You should jump better. There we go, that wasn't hard. I also have that. I have like 4 ninjutsu techniques. There's the wind one. I can also use it like that, which is probably the more efficient way to use it. I have fire, which is just like a bomb. And electricity, which you throw like that, and if enemies run into it, they get stunned. Also, if you use it around water, it really screws them up. And you unlock this one, the 4th one, by actually completing the game on hard mode. It's a plasma shield. It blocks you from enemy damage. It also damages enemies if you run into them. But it does completely drain your mana. And so that is kind of a downside of it. And it does appear during cutscenes. Yeah, that's definitely when you want to use it, though. You want to put it on during cutscenes to protect yourself from the cutscene. Definitely the most dangerous part. And it should come to no surprise that you can run on walls and shit like that. It's a ninja game. If you didn't expect this, then I don't know what the hell you were expecting. So these enemies are really annoying. They shoot little things at you. Right now the projectiles are very small. As the game goes on, the projectiles will get much bigger. There'll be giant fucking bombs that they'll be shooting at you. Like electrical things. They can be definitely one of the more annoying enemies in the game. And as a ninja, you have all kinds of crazy shit you can do with your swords. There really aren't that many combos, or at least not that many that you might expect. You might expect there's all kinds of, you know, crazy button combinations you can do to do all kinds of crazy combos. There really aren't that many, in all that honesty. Most of the combos are just press the same button over and over again. Which honestly is really all this game needs. It's not that difficult because, you know, I'm using impossible mode, and I'm not the best gamer in the world, so I'm not anticipating that many problems at least. A few bosses I'm sure are going to give me some difficulty, but
subjugated by the elements.
Yeah.
Command them.
So obviously, as I showed you guys earlier, I completely used the wrong one there, but yeah, you can use your ninjutsu things, the little star that you get to do all kinds of unique stuff. Mostly, the wind one is probably the most useful of all of them. I mean, obviously the shield is useful too, but as far as, just in general, tends to hit enemies multiple times in a row. If you're surrounded, the little swirl thing is, you know, ideal for what you want. Fire is not really as helpful as you expected. It's very helpful against one type of enemy, but yeah. And electricity is probably the most worthless ninjutsu move in the entire game. Also, you can break boxes and shit like that. Often they contain health upgrades and things like that. If this was my first time through the game, they would contain even more useful shit, like there are all kinds of collectible things that you can get, but I've already collected all of them. And if you press the right mouse button when it says left, you don't get to do the fucking finisher. But doing finishers are usually a good idea, especially when you're surrounded, because you have temporary invulnerability, but at the same time, it's possible that you can damage the other enemies that are going around. Like, you see that guy just jumped at me, and because I did a move right there, he got hit. Usually charged attacks are what you want to use whenever you're surrounded. hit multiple enemies, take them all out, does a shit ton of damage. Usually we'll kill them in one hit on lesser difficulties, but here on impossible mode, they're somehow still living through it, so that's not good.
Whoa.
What? What is
Ken's a pretty good ninja, I must say. Keeping his cool, like, whoa. If you fail a QTE sequence, then you have to like redo some of it.
I'm fine.
Not a lot of it usually, but enough of it that it's really annoying. So now we gotta kill the Pox Giant again, except this time it's not, you know, the upper half of it, it's his whole body. And he's a bit more difficult this time. You have to actually use the wind ninjutsu to put his fire out, which is normally much easier. Normally, you know, 2 rounds of the use of the wind will put out the fire, but it's taking much more for me. Then once he's vulnerable, that's when you go in for the fight. And he will, of course, eventually light himself back on fire, in which case you gotta put it out again. Mostly you want to stay behind him to avoid that punch, but you'll see whenever he crouches down, that means he's gonna probably do a big jump that will send a giant thing out. And now I'm out of mana, I'm out of magic power, so I gotta wait for a while for it to go back up. Time to fucking lay into him again. And oh shit, that was close. Really can't afford to take a lot of damage in impossible mode. And shit. So now I've drained pretty much all of his life, but he's on fire again, so that counts as kind of an invulnerability mode for him. So even though he's technically should be dead, he's gonna stay alive until I put his fire out again, like that. And now he's dead. You also see enemies drop yellow and red ones. The yellow ones are health. The red ones are bloodstones or something like that. They are used to upgrade items. I didn't miss. I pressed W, you asshole. I totally did. But, yeah, you can upgrade your swords and your ninjutsu like that, but I've already upgraded all of them, so they're really pretty worthless to me at this point. I have, like, I don't know, I think, like, 500,000 of them or something ridiculous like that. I think it's actually more like 50,000 or something like that, which is still quite a lot. Never really any reason to use them anymore.
Eat this.
And that's the Pox Giant.
All right then.
Can't get out of there. The whole place is coming apart.
And the Pox Giant is actually the mini-boss of this mission. This mission is pretty much halfway over at this point. But now we gotta get the hell out of here. Because the floor is coming down. And a nice way to make this segment really easy is to put on Ninja Vision, which we have. Putting on Ninja Vision slows down time, but it also drains your mana. But doing so in segments like that make it ridiculously easy. There's really not a whole lot of use for Ninja Vision. And now we have one of these segments, where we are running down the side of a building. And we can attack these birds. I guess if you want to like maybe get your, you know, hit combos up or something like that, that was a good opportunity, but in all honesty, you can completely avoid combat.
Signature here. You see anything?
Level 5 carrier, spider type.
Hey, what? How did we reach level 5 already? Damn! Give him hell, man. I got your back.
That is obviously going to be the boss of this area. Of Mission 1, that is.
Use these!
So obviously it is at this point in time that we would normally be obtaining the twin blades. Seeing as this is kind of new game plus, I already have them. And now we have a kind of an enemy type, I guess you could call it, a swarm of bats. Annoying as hell. Normally there's only 20 of them that come at you, but since this is impossible mode, I guess there are now 30 in one group. Usually using the wind magic is the best way to take them out. The twin blades are also, you know, a pretty good idea. Also these flying birds, usually not too big of a problem. Using the twin blades, doing a dash and pressing right click or, I don't know, I think it's Y on an Xbox controller or something like that. You'll do a spinning move that tends to get a pretty good combo on the birds. Good way to take them out.
Two blades are quicker than one. Use them against faster creatures.
Yeah, it says use them against faster creatures. Not really a good idea. Pretty much using them on anything other than birds and bats are kind of a bad idea because, like I said, it doesn't really stun enemies. And you can also use them to grapple. That's the main function of the twin blades. Get around the environment more quickly.
What? Come on.
Want you to remember that line, that audio clip at least, assuming you could hear it. It's not the first time Ken says that,
You must use a heavier weapon.
or it won't be the only
time.
time. Yeah, the Moonlight Sword! Legendary sword from the Kingsblade series, yeah! I believe the original name of the sword is the Stone Render. But that's a fucking Moonlight Sword, that is what I am calling it.
Those guys look tough, but I bet that big blade of yours will get the job done.
So now we have a new type. It's just like the other guys, except now they have a shield. You don't have to use the Stone Render or the Moonlight Sword to break their shield. I know the Ninja Blade can break it as well, but it's a lot easier to just use Stone Render. It always breaks it in one hit, even on this difficulty, obviously. And that's a good example of using the finish attacks to hit other characters. Because you can see it broke that guy's shield.
Heads up, more on the way.
BAM! I'll try to be careful here. See if I can get another charge attack in. Yeah, there we go. Usually doesn't take that long to charge up your sword. Pretty much once he brings it over his shoulder, at least as far as the Stone Render goes, you can get it off without too many problems.
Nice, man. The room scan's clear. Can you get out of there?
Hold on.
So as you can probably guess from the giant crack in the wall, the Stone Rendered's special little ability for getting through the environment is it can break down cracked walls.
Over here.
There it is. Come on, man. It's getting away.
Relax, I see it.
Now we gotta follow the spider. And Kanbei here is going to show us some alternate things we can do while we're doing wall runs. We can jump and continue running. Oh, what are you gonna do here? Oh, what a surprise! We can jump from wall to wall. What a shocker. Never saw that coming. Pretty unexpected in this ninja game.
Ted, look out! Sorry, man. Couldn't see it on radar.
You couldn't see it out the window either?
Hey, I said I was sorry.
Ah, why did I do that? I pressed the wrong button.
Sorry, man. Couldn't see it on radar.
Gotta
Couldn't see it
redo
out the
shit.
window either?
Hey, I said I was sorry.
See, this is why I don't set QTE sequences to any higher difficulty. Why would you want to just, like, you know, press buttons in a harder way to have to redo
Wrong
shit?
time for your date.
It's kind of interesting all the backstory that the game claims it has but doesn't have. Like, you'll be home in time for your date. Like, he had a date? Were we supposed to know that? Is that important? No, it's not. So as you approach the arachne spider, I don't know how the game expects me to pronounce that, it's gonna shoot shit at you. Once you get close to it, you want to destroy its legs. Use the stone render to destroy its armor. Pretty much staying back in one of the far corners is your best idea. Once it shoots 3 things, you can just dash to the other side and you're good to go. They will kind of home in on your location. On, bring your claw down. Yeah, nice job, Ken. That was a great first swing that you got going there. Ah, God. Yeah, the impact of him bringing his claw down can damage you as well, which is why you really want to stay away up until the claw is actually planted in the ground. And there we go. Breaking both his legs, then you get to hit his head and do the real damage. But as pretty much anything in this game, he does eventually recharge his destroyed pieces of his body. And once he does, he knocks you all the way back, and you have to do you have to bash some random button in a QTE sequence. Which is always random, and that sucks. And once you get close enough, he kind of has a set number of attacks that I think he needs to pull off. So sometimes you're already there and he's still doing them, but just kind of jumping in place and, you know, timing it correctly makes it pretty easy to avoid all of them. So again, now it's just kind of repeating the process, taking out his legs, and once we do that, we'll be able to get a chance to hit the head again. Again, I think the Moonlight Sword is really one of the best things to use under these circumstances. And once you drain off a good portion of his health, about like gonna say 40% of his health, you go into the second phase. Where you have to deal with his other legs. And this is mostly the same story. There is fire on this other side, so it's a good idea to take it out with the wind magic. And sometimes he might knock his arm down once, sometimes he might do it 3 times in a row. You can never really be guaranteed on which one he's gonna do. But luckily we don't have to take out all of his other remaining legs. We only have to do all of his legs on one side. I usually focus on the left side. I'm pretty sure you can also do the right side too, but I just never do. Damn it. Oh shit. Okay. There we go, that's one leg. Or one more leg. One leg left, that is. Once he gets down to only one leg, he'll drop it immediately and keep it down and then try to shoot shit at you, but as you can see, it's pretty easy to take it out in time. Then just like before, he becomes vulnerable and it's time to fucking kick his ass. He can also still shoot fireballs down at you, but he typically doesn't do that if you stay close to one side. I usually tend to focus on the front leg first. The patterns he drops them in is he either does the back leg first and then the front leg, or he'll do the front leg first. See, as you can see, back leg and then front leg. Then he'll do middle leg, but if you destroy it like that, then he won't. Then, at this point, it's kind of random whether he'll drop his middle leg or his back leg. I can't really see any consistency in how he does it. That time, middle leg both times, but there we go. And that should be it for him. He probably won't have the chance to get back up in time before I kill him. Pretty much no health. There we go. Not too difficult. This is the end of mission 1, but still, this is just mission 1.
Working on it.
Basically just the tutorial of Ninja Blade. Ah, fuck. I hate the ones where you have to just press a button a lot. It always catches me off guard, and even when you do it right sometimes, you have to react so quickly. It demands such quick precision whenever you have to bash the button a whole bunch. Which becomes really bad whenever you have to do it in the middle of a boss fight and to avoid taking damage. And I don't know why that lasted as long as it did. Again, I'm pressing the button. See, it was only marked as good that time. It might be the lag from the stream that's kind of causing that. Like, wow, what the hell? How does it last that long? I'm pressing it pretty much as fast as I can. And that time it was perfect. I don't know why. I did it pretty much the same way as I did last time. What is going on here? What the hell's going on here? I wish you guys could see me. I wish I could show you how quickly I am pressing this, because I really can't press it any faster than I'm pressing it right now. And that time I got excellent for it. I don't know. Might just be that there's some lag from the stream or something like that. Hopefully that does not become a problem in the future, because there are quite a lot of those situations where you gotta just start bashing the button a whole bunch. So yeah, you guys can see this these segments where you're finishing the boss off. It's pretty badass stuff. definitely things that any human being can do, and you should try at home. You should try doing this at home, everybody. You too can be a ninja like Ken Ogawa.
All units converge on the Metropolitan Government Building. Primary threat localized and contained.
Excellent work, Ken.
Thank you, Master.
But this is far from over. The appearance of a level 5 carrier this soon can only mean one thing. Their nest is near.
Master.
Everyone on your guard. Stay alert. Move to your positions, just as I taught you.
Yes, sir. Maybe I should.
No. This is how they learn.
What the hell? Kudo, what are you doing? I'm sorry.
He's infected.
Dun dun dun.
Yes. It would seem that way.
No.
This is crazy. Attack!
Dun dun dun. They have guns out of nowhere too. I don't know how.
Show me what you got.
Don't know where the guys with guns came from.
This is not happening. What the hell? What the hell?
No, wait. Don't.
Should have dashed.
Andy.
Oh man. Should have stayed in bed this morning.
Or that.
Andy. I'm sorry.
Oh no, this character that we cared so much about. He had a date or something like that, apparently.
Just the three of us now, Ken. You going to be stupid like the others? Or will you join us?
Join you. I don't even know who you are anymore.
This is a unique opportunity, Ken. Think of what you can accomplish.
You're out of your mind. There's nothing to think about.
You think the ninja blade is the answer? You believe a simple sword can make a difference?
So even though we've been using the ninja blade earlier in this mission, he cannot use it yet.
Unless it is in the hands of one who is willing to use it.
Father, why?
You will soon understand that this was the only way. No peace, my son.
So that was Ninja Blade, everybody. What do you guys think of it?
Whatever.
Good game, huh? Kind of a tragic ending. No, obviously, that's not the end. ghosts! A ghost is stealing the sword! Or it's magic, you know, you pick. Gonna go with ghosts.
Hey. Control, this is rescue. We've got a survivor. ID tag says Kenogawa. He's alive. Losing a lot of blood.
Rescue, this is Control. Don't touch the body. I repeat, do not touch the body. His blood is highly toxic. Don't come in any contact with exposed fluids. Do you copy?
Yes, sir.
I'll send in a hazmat crew to bring him in. Secure the area as tightly as possible.
That's the game I'm playing! And then after every mission you get a scoring system. Doesn't really matter because I have an overall ranking of like A+ on pretty much everything. And there would normally be health pieces and mana pieces and things like that. Okay. That was mission 1, everybody.